Hi, welcome to my channel Glaza Magalhães. The 50 best beaches in the world. Best for wow factor. 1. Source d'Argent, Seychelles. As if a beach like this needed any enhancement, pink-hued sand ups the ante in the picture postcard stakes at Source d'Argent, a secluded cove on La Digue, the Seychelles' third largest island in an archipelago of 115. Huge, weathered granite boulders bookend the shore, and there are nearby restaurants for sampling Creole-inspired cuisine. 2. Dune du Pilat, France. Tourists on the Dune du Pilat at sunset, Arcachon, France. This beach is Europe's tallest dune at over 100 meters. It's an hour's drive from Bordeaux and is literally dazzling. You will shield your eyes as much from the shimmering heat haze as the pristine sand. After you've taken in the panoramic views over the Atlantic and pine forests behind, there are miles of beaches to explore along the Bassin d'Arcachon. Take a ferry from Arcachon Pier to Cap Ferret for the best view of the dune. To eat, head to the oyster cabanes, where fishermen set up tables and serve oysters, prawns, pâté, bread and rosé wine. 3. Shoal Bay, Antigua. Icing sugar sand, 3 kilometers of it, crystal clear Caribbean water, offshore coral reef with spectacular snorkeling or diving, a smattering of bars and open-air restaurants, job done. This stretch on the east of the Funyati Island, near Dickinson Bay Town, is quieter than nearby Jabberwock Beach. Has 7 options with verandas right by this eponymous beach. Get off your sun lounger, Antigua's active side. 4. Cala Sayona, Formentera. There is no shortage of beautiful beaches on the smallest of the Balearics, but everybody seems to want to cram onto Illites and Espalmador. Much better to hire a bike or moped in the main port, La Savina, and head a few kilometers across the island to Cala Sayona. It has perfectly clear water, white sand and dramatic red cliffs on both sides. It faces west, so is the ideal spot for a sundowner at, say, the charmingly simple Cala Sayona Chiringuito. Ferries to Formentera 30 minutes run frequently from Ibiza town for about €50 return. 5. Glass Beach, California. A beach made from years of dumped litter sounds like a hellhole, but, at Glass Beach, on the Mendocino coast in California, the result is quite beautiful. From 1906 to 1967, glass, appliances and even vehicles were chucked into the sea. A cleanup program removed all the metal and non-biodegradable waste, and the waves broke down the glass and pottery, which washed up as jewel-like, translucent stones. Nowadays, the beach is part of McCarricher State Park, and visitors are forbidden for removing the sea glass baubles. And the Pacific Northwest. 6. Starfish Beach, Panama. Panama has 3 archipelagos. San Blas is pricey to get to, the Pearl Islands are pricey to stay on, but Bocas del Toro, just south of Costa Rica on the Caribbean side, puts Virgin Beach utopia within a backpacker budget. From the funky town hub of Bocas on Isla Colón, boat taxis cross between the 10 inhabited islands and some 300 islands and islets, although this protected beach, gloriously decorated with a liberal smattering of starfish, is on Colón itself. 7. Fakistra, Greece, Pelion, Fakistra Beach, summer. More of a cove than a beach, backed by cliffs and dense woods, with white sands and pebbles and clear blue waters, is Fakistra on the Pelion Peninsula, mainland Greece. Below Sagrada Village. It's a steep walk down, but it's the sort of place that, apart from in July and August, you may well have to yourself. A holiday guide to Greece and its islands. 8. Flamenco Beach, Puerto Rico. Flamenco Beach nestles in a horseshoe cove on Culebra Island, Puerto Rico. If asked to design the perfect tropical beach, Playa Flamenco on Culebra Island, off the east coast of Puerto Rico, is probably what you would come up with. It's a U-shaped cove with white sand, warm turquoise water, palm trees, lush vegetation and a peaceful lagoon. The island's undeveloped state is partly thanks to the U.S. military, which used to use it as a gunnery range. A rusting Sherman tank remains in the middle of the sand. A shuttle bus runs from the ferry port. Culebra has an excellent government-run campsite right on the sand at the western side of the bay. It's quite basic, with showers open only 3 hours a day. Piña coladas and local snacks, comida criolla, and you may never want to leave. If you do, though, there are bikes to hire. The solitary beauty of Vieques Island, Puerto Rico. 9 Koh Kraton, Thailand. Beautiful white sand beach on Koh Kraton Island in Thailand. Choosing the best beach in Thailand is a near impossible task. But one Thai island that's still relatively peaceful is Koh Kraton, near Bizir Koh Lipe, in the Andaman Sea. With powdery sand, excellent snorkeling on a reef just off the beach, hammocks and crystal clear water, it would suit those who don't want to drink buckets of spirits under a full moon. You can kayak round the whole island, 90% of which is part of Hat Chow Mai National Park, in 3 hours to more isolated spots, and take longtail boat trips to Koh Wayan, Koh Chuik and Koh Muk's Emerald Cave. Top 10 hotels and places to stay on a budget in Thailand. 10 Playa del Amor, Hidden Beach, Mexico. Playa Escondida, Hidden Beach, near Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. An underground beach sounds like the stuff of legend, but the Marietas Islands, where Hidden Beach lies, were used as a military testing ground by the Mexican government in the early 1900s, and it's suspected that a bomb may have created the crater in which it sits. Access to this crescent within a gaping circular hole in the landscape is by swimming or kayaking through a long tunnel. But the sea is rough and you have to swim in beside treacherous rocks. But it's stunning. Jacques Cousteau was a fan, with the bonus of possibly spotting a humpback whale on the way. Places to stay on a budget on Mexico's Pacific coast. 11 Greenfield Beach, Australia. Greenfield Beach, Jervis Bay National Park, Australia. A 3-hour drive from Sydney, Greenfield Beach sits next to Jervis Bay's calm waters and blindingly white sand. It is about 500 meters north of the more famous Hyams Beach, so crowds tend to gravitate away from it, and framed by a dense forest of gum trees and a small sandstone cliff. It's a walk from Vicentia town, from where you can easily drive into the Boundary National Park to meet a kangaroos or visit other spectacular beaches. Where to dive, snorkel and stay. 12 Bora Bora, French Polynesia. View over the barrier reef around Mount Otaemanu, Bora Bora, Tahiti. Sugar sand, palms, breeze, sea that's 26 to 29 C year-round and the color of peppermint mouthwash. Bora Bora is a cliched vision of the heavenly beach. Even if you never get to go, this is one for the mental image bank. At least, use it when meditating. Matira has to win as the only public beach on the island, and somewhere you could mingle with locals. Built on its own coral isle, has its own private beach that may be a grain prettier, for its view of beautiful rock peak Otamanu. Best in Europe for families. Greece has no shortage of gorgeous beaches, but when it comes to accessible and child-friendly options, the Cyclades island of Naxos is hard to beat. One of the best bets for families can be found within a 5-minute walk of Naxos town, Kora. The warm, shallow waters of St. George Beach are perfect for paddling and snorkeling, but there's plenty to keep older children happy, too. Or water skiing, hire a mountain bike, or play a game of beach tennis or volleyball. The beach is lined with laid-back tavernas and beach clubs which hire out sun loungers. 14 Morgat, Crozon Bridge. Itany Goulian Beach, Morgat, Crozon Peninsula, Brittany, France. Even in summer, the beaches of the rugged Crozon Peninsula remain relatively quiet. In a sheltered bay, where the peninsula meets the mainland, is the seaside town of Morgat, with its crescent of pine-fringed sand. At low tide, it's a great spot for rock pooling, and, at high tide, the peninsula's sea caves can be explored on a boat trip from the harbor, vedettes-serens.com. There are surf and dive schools, bikes and kayaks to hire, and sailboats to rent. Refuel at one of the many creperies on the harbor. Atau Aman, 34 Boulevard de la Plage, serves savory and sweet versions. Including ferry crossing. Top 10 hotels and places to stay on the beach in Brittany. 15 Praia da Salima, Algarve. Praia de Salima, Salima, Algarve. In the far west of the Algarve, the fishing village of Salima has somehow escaped the large-scale development that blights much of Portugal's southern coast. Fishermen tend their nets on the sandy Blue Flag certified beach, and dinosaur footprints can be found preserved in the limestone rocks. The gentle waves are perfect for a spot of boogie boarding under the watchful eye of the lifeguards on duty in the summer. There are sun loungers and umbrellas for hire, toilets and showers, and a good choice of restaurants and cafes. A 2-bedroom villa holiday guide to the Algarve, best restaurants, places to stay and beaches. 16 Uuteri, Pori, Finland. Uuteri Beach in Pori, Finland. Picture a beach holiday and Finland is not the first country that springs to mind, yet this Nordic country is home to one of the finest stretches of sand in Northern Europe. Uuteri Beach, near the city of Pori, is a 5-kilometer stretch of powder-soft sand backed by dunes and pine forests. In late summer, the shallow waters of the Baltic are surprisingly warm and the offshore breezes attract surfers from across Scandinavia. There are wetsuits, surf and stand-up paddleboards for hire from the Uuteri Surf Center, Purgelotalido.fi. Facilities are low-key, a couple of coffee and ice cream stalls, picnic tables, a children's play area, toilets and not much else. 17 Cala Gonone, Sardinia. Cala Gonone camping. It's not difficult to find a stunning beach on Sardinia, but finding one that caters for families on a modest budget is more of a challenge. Cala Gonone ticks all of the right boxes. White pebble and sand beaches, with sun loungers and parasols for rent, calm, turquoise waters for swimming and snorkeling, a long seafront promenade lined with low-key trattorias, and none of the bling that accompanies the glitzier Costa Smeralda to the north. When the charms of Cala Gonone's two small but perfectly formed beaches pall, there are daily boat trips to the Bumerino Caves and more remote beaches, such as Cala Luna and Cala Fuili, further south. Bungalows at Camping Cala Gonone. €120 a night. Holiday guide to Sardinia. 18 Comillas, Cantabria, Spain. Yellow inflatable duck on Comillas Beach, Cantabria, Spain. Just a short hop from the ferry port at Santander on Spain's north coast, the genteel seaside town of Comillas is popular with Spanish families but largely overlooked by foreign tourists. The town has two fine beaches, Playa de Comillas, which has a sprinkling of cafes and a small fishing harbor, showers, ice cream stalls and rock pools to explore. And the wilder Playa de Oyambre, backed by a beautiful nature reserve and the snow-capped Picos de Europa mountains. Casas Cantabricas has stays around Comillas from £620 a week for an apartment sleeping for. 19 Sunj, Lopud, Croatia. Sunj Bay with the best beach on Lopud, one of the Elefite Islands, near Dubrovnik, Croatia. Sandy beaches are outnumbered by pebbly ones in Croatia, but the car-free island of Lopud, a 40-minute ferry ride from Dubrovnik, is the exception. Locals ferry visitors in golf buggies from the port to Sunj Beach, a 1-kilometer strip of sand sloping gently into limpid, shallow waters on the island's south coast. There are 2 restaurants, both of which rent deck chairs and beach umbrellas, and a choice of activities from beach volleyball to tennis. Apartment sleeping for in Lopudski residence costs £797 pp including flights with Thomson Holidays. 20 Pinarello, Corsica. The beach at Pinarello in Corsica. An arc of soft white sand, backed by a pram-friendly boardwalk and a pine forest make this beach on Corsica's southeastern coast a guaranteed hit with families. Overlooked by a Genoese watchtower, it's a lovely spot with just a smattering of restaurants. La Pizzeria du Roof is right on the beachfront and beach bars. From the port, there are boat trips to the nearby town of Porto Vecchio. Alto di Pinarello apartments sleep for, from £1,315 pp a week, including flights. 21 Ramla El Hamra Gozo, Malta. Beach at Ramla Bay, Gozo, Malta. With its ochre sand and deep blue sea, Ramla Bay on Gozo is one of Malta's most enticing spots. Facilities are minimal: toilets, showers, a couple of cafes, an ice cream van, umbrellas and deck chairs, a statue of the Virgin Mary, but that's all part of the charm. Don't forget to bring your snorkeling gear. The sea life and water clarity are up there with the best in the Med. James Villas has 3 houses in the nearby village of Zaira, including a rustic stone farmhouse at £1,071 for a week. 22 S. Grau, Menorca. S. Grau, Isla Colom, Menorca, Balearics. Menorca has some of the most family-friendly beaches in the Med, but they are often busy in July and August. To escape the crowds, head to Es Grau on the island's quieter northeast coast. This horseshoe-shaped beach is a popular day trip for residents of the capital Mayan, but the absence of any hotels has kept things pleasantly low-key. The tranquil bay with a natural, undeveloped backdrop, is like a vast, shallow paddling pool, and you can hire kayaks and paddleboards from local operator Menorca and Kayak. From the beach it's a short stroll into the village, which has a handful of family-run restaurants and gift shops. Owners Direct has several local villas close to the beach, from £520 for cottage sleeping. 4 accommodation prices for family beaches stated are for July-August peak season. Best in the UK: 23 Marloes Sands, Pembrokeshire. Marloes Sands, Pembrokeshire, Wales. It seems invidious to choose only one Pembrokeshire beach. Barafundle and White Sands are both hard to resist, but Marloes is very special. The half-mile cliff walk puts the crowds off, and there are no facilities at all. Yet you have a mile of broad sweeping sand dotted with towering rocks that stand in large low-tide pools flickering with tiny fish and shrimps. The firm, flat sand is perfect for beach games or galloping horses. Snow White and the Huntsman was filmed there in 2011. There's plenty here to keep the whole family amused, assuming they don't regard amusement as something that comes in arcades. The south-facing aspect bodes well in summer, but check the tides and wind. 24 Runswick Bay, North Yorkshire. Runswick Bay, North Yorkshire, England. East and North Yorkshire have some tremendous coves and beaches, but Runswick, near Whitby, gives a concentrated dose of all that is on offer. Superb views from the cliffs, then a sharp walk down via a tangle of cottages to a mile of beach that is mixed sand and shingle, with good cafes. Look out for fossils and jet, the two treasures of these parts, but if venturing beyond the beach under the cliffs, check the tide times. The Cleveland Way coastal path passes along the beach. As for the water temperature, locals say it's fine, once you've numbed up. Cliffmount Hotel overlooking the bay has doubles from £120 B&B. 25 Melon Udrigel, Highlands. Melon Udrigel at dawn with a view to the mountains beyond, Wester Ross, Highlands. Up a little cul-de-sac road from the A832 coastal road, this delightful sheltered sandy beach has great views across Gruinard Bay. The regulars have been keeping this place quiet for half a century, a task made easier by the Croft campsite's determination to remain simple. Don't expect hot showers, shops or any facilities. It's a friendly, tranquil location perfect for a few days under canvas. There are other beaches to explore nearby, plus the renowned Inverary Gardens, but the real pleasure is just to play on the beach or fish from the rocks either side. Thank you for watching my video. See you again on my next video. Thank you to all my Team iBags family. Thank you my join memberships. Hayat Helwa by Linsky. Gemma Valdez OFW. Megabs HK Vlogger. Buds Pinoso RN. Mayong Vlogs. Princess Mayong. Guidayong Channel. My Super Chatters. Aljoy Channel. Team Muru. Grace Holder. Eloise Marie Rossi. Mayong Vlogs. Renee TV Vlog. Bayang Chinis. Tatsoy TV. Stephen Berg's Vlog. Lakwit Sarong Negro. Rian and Sakura Channel. Lady Mystery Canada. Goemon TV. Love Life USA. It's me Dia. Thank you all. God bless. Bye.